Welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan, and a little later in the show, we're going to be taking a trip to the Virgin Islands and see what deals we can get there. Plus, do your kids know the dangers of vaping? And we'll go to the Veterinary Expo in Orlando and hang out with some pups. But right now, there's so many apps. A payment app here, a credit monitoring app there. Before you know it, there's an entire finance folder on your home screen. Mobile banking is advancing by the minute, and knowing how to use it can be a little overwhelming, especially for people just trying to manage their busy family lives. But busy mom and budgeting expert Andrea Woroch is joining us today to give us a crash course in digital banking and help us maximize mobile financial tools to save us a little bit of time and hopefully some money in 2023. Welcome to the show, Andrea. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for your excitement about finances. It's rare to hear, so I love it.
I'm so excited about finances. I'm just kidding. No, it's everybody has it. We all have our apps. We all have our finances. We got to keep things together, especially in 2023. There's so many apps out there. It can be overwhelming. What are some of the top features consumers should try to take advantage of when we're talking about finances?
Yeah, well, you know the saying, less is more, and that's really true even when it comes to your mobile financial apps. I find that it's much easier for people to stick to their goals if they have just one app that they feel comfortable using. And if you did set out a goal for the new year to improve your finances, you really don't have to look any further than your own mobile banking app. You really could do everything from your app. And most of us know that we could deposit our checks, send digital payments to bills, utilities, or send money to family and friends. But there are things that you can do even beyond that. You can check your credit score. You can set automatic savings to reach your various goals for the new year. And you can even find discounts on favorite retailers or even book travel, all within the app. So it just makes it easier and it takes the overwhelm out of managing your money.
All right. Well, it's more important than ever to keep and stay on a budget, especially for people like me that spend a little too much, and I shouldn't be doing that. How can we effectively manage our financial activities?
Well, you are not alone. A lot of us are overspending on a monthly basis and not even realizing it. It could be in the form of unused services, maybe a purchase here and there that just adds up. And setting a budget, it really is crucial, regardless of what goal you set for yourself, because it really shows you and tells you where your money should go. But I know that a lot of people get overwhelmed because they don't know where to start. And that's where you do want to use a digital tool to help you. And the Chase mobile app is a really good example because they offer a budget feature. And this essentially provides information based on your spending habits that are posted, that you can see posted transactions and then build a budget around that. And this will essentially help you track your spending and keep you from going overboard in any one category. And if your mobile banking app doesn't offer a similar feature, then just download a budget worksheet and you can add all your expenses, your purchases all in one place. Writing it out, seeing where your money is going is the first step to improving your money and improving your spending. And Chase actually has a free budget worksheet on their website at chase.com/financial goals. So regardless of what you're planning for, whether you're planning just your monthly bills or you're planning a big trip in the new year, or you just want to pay down debt, you need to have that budget set up.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that. Where can we go for more information for our viewers?
You can go to chase.com/mobile to find out more about the mobile app I talked about and some of the digital features they offer to improve your finances.
Thank you very much for joining me this morning, Andrea.
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
If you're longing for pristine beaches and turquoise waters, the U.S. Virgin Islands offers some of the best beaches and resorts found anywhere in the world. So joining us to talk about that and share tips on how, the best experience the U.S. Virgin Islands is, the Commissioner for the U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Tourism, Joseph Boschulte. Thank you for joining us, Joseph. How are you, buddy?
Hey, morning. Thank you for having me. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. I wish I was in the Virgin Islands right now. I think that would make things a little bit better. But for the viewers that don't know the U.S. Virgin Islands, can you tell us which islands make up the U.S. Virgin Islands and how we could find ourselves wonderfully getting there?
Of course, I could help with that. The U.S. Virgin Islands is comprised of three main islands: St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. We sit about 40 miles east of Puerto Rico. We have a population of about 88,000 people. So when you come to the U.S. Virgin Islands, you're going to have a great time without feeling crowded.
So, what should visitors expect in the U.S. Virgin Islands?
First and foremost, you're going to expect warm hospitality. You're going to be greeted by bright smiles from our residents, encouraging you to have a time of your life. On the islands, of course, you're going to be able to experience pristine waters, as you mentioned, that are still warm. That's a big piece we try to tell people, that it's warm. Of course, there's no passport necessary if you're a U.S. citizen to get into the U.S. Virgin Islands. So there's that opportunity for that to happen. Wonderful cuisine awaits your palates as you get to the USVI. Of course, featured with freshly caught seafood, as we do sit in between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. And of course, there's opportunities to go out and enjoy wonderful vistas and wonderful waters in between the three islands. So lots of things to do on your vacation in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
And I hear rumor that you might have a promotion currently running to get us out there a little easier. What do we got?
Yeah, we're going to clarify that. It's going to be a fact. It's a fact that you can get a promotion to come to St. Croix, a vibe like no other, $200 off per person in airfare credit. And then you also can get 10% minimum off your hotel stay if you stay a minimum of 5 nights. So that's $200 airfare credit per passenger, as well as a minimum 10% on your hotel stay if you go to St. Croix, a vibe like no other.
All right. Well, that sounds great. I think I might do my next show out there. So anybody want to come with me? That'd be great. All right. So where can we go for more information and find ourselves booking this trip to the U.S. Virgin Islands?
Yeah, all the information you need is on visitusvi.com. That's visitusvi.com. And we look forward to seeing you down in the United States Virgin Islands.
Well, you are a hero, and you're going to help us go on vacation and live a good life out there in the U.S. Virgin Islands, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. If you're a high school or middle school kid and you're vaping, I'll give you reasons why you shouldn't, all after this. Welcome back to New Mexico Rising. Well, we all know many people kick off January with weight loss focused New Year's resolutions. And research shows that the third week of January is when, most people quit these goals. So joining us now to talk about this and personalized resources that can help in your health and weight care journey is clinical psychologist and director of product research at Found, is Dr. Laura Garcia. Thanks for joining us on the show, Dr. Garcia.
Thank you for having me.
All right. What is the psychology around why people just can't sustain weight loss focused New Year's resolutions? And why do people kind of stop on week 3?
First of all, we often think of our resolutions and we put them into goals that are realistically speaking achievable in 2 to 4 years into the future. So it may be discouraging if we don't see any immediate progress. Rather, it's basically break down those goals into mini goals or small steps so that we have more opportunities to feel a sense of accomplishment earlier on during the year. We also focus so much on the weight loss goals and we forget about the behaviors that will get us to those goals. So making sure that we are focusing on developing healthy habits and ensuring that those healthy habits are enjoyable so that we can sustain them for prolonged periods. And lastly, we try to do it alone. And the reality is that we need a community of people to help us stay accountable and keep going when we struggle. My role at Found, the weight care platform, is actually to ensure that these evidence-based strategies are designed into our weight loss programs.
So how can people get back on the horse when they slip up?
First of all, try not to beat yourself up. I know it's really hard, but being kind to yourself is really important. What I would suggest to do is to actually reflect on what led to the sleep up. Were you feeling stressed? Were you feeling bored? Or maybe the chocolate was just too easy to get? I think thinking about the reasons why you sleep up can help you come up with strategies to prevent that in the future. I would also see this as an opportunity to celebrate the fact that even if you do fail, that is a success because now you learn what doesn't work. And lastly, I would seek support and make sure that you have people on your court that can help you.
And what is the best approach to long-term weight loss?
Yeah, so at Found, the company that I work for, we understand that there are many factors outside of your control that can impact your weight. And those include your biology, your medical history, even your stress levels or sleep health. And what we try to do is to design personalized programs that help you focus on those things that you can control, as well as those things that you cannot control. So our integrative approach gives people access to medications through Found, medications to tackle your biology, and also lifestyle programs on nutrition, sleep, and movement. And lastly, access to a community of experts, doctors, and peers who are ready to support you. In fact, what we know is that Found members, so people who engage with medications and both the behavioral program and community, they are actually more effective at losing weight than people who only take medications in clinical trials. So Found basically reduces the burden of trying to do this all alone and increases your chances of success.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Garcia. Where can we go for more information?
You can go to joinfound.com to learn more and make sure to take our health assessment so that you can learn whether Found is the right option for you. Thank you.
Well, excellent. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
The youth e-cigarette epidemic remains a serious public health threat. You know, in 2022, over 2.5 million middle and high school students reported current e-cigarette usage. That's a higher number than what was happening in 2021. So what can be done to address this? And joining us to discuss the youth vaping epidemic and an innovative free digital curriculum with resources to help young people quit called Vaping Know the Truth are Amy Taylor, Chief of Community Engagement at Truth Initiative, and Sabrina Taylor, Career Technical Higher Educational Investigations Teacher. Welcome to the show, you two.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right. How did we get to this point, Amy? And that we have now we have a national youth vaping epidemic. Why is it important for us to get this public health crisis among our young people?
This continues to be a big problem. You said it at the opening, more than 2.5 million high school and middle school students are vaping. What's of big concern to us is that of those high school students who are vaping, nearly half of them are doing so on a regular basis. This means that they're addicted to the product and it has negative impacts on their developing brains.
All right, Sabrina, how have you seen the youth vaping epidemic impact your students?
There has been a negative impact on our students. I'm a middle school teacher at Arlington Independent School District. And what I've noticed is it's like a trifecta effect. It affects them mentally, socially, and academically. I say academically because if they're not in the classroom, they can't learn. Socially, they're withdrawn. Mentally, they're more anxious or just they're even trying to see when is the next time they can go and vape. So it's really had a negative impact.
So, Amy, what resources are available to educate young people about the dangers of e-cigarettes usage and to help those that are already using the e-cigarettes and help them quit?
Well, we know that when young people have the facts, they're going to feel empowered and they're going to make informed decisions, which is why we are so excited about our free digital curriculum called Vaping Know the Truth. And it's available to every school district across the country. It teaches young people about the harmful impact of vaping. It talks about how vaping can negatively impact their mental health, but it also provides solutions. And we provide access for young people who are vaping to get access to our quit program called This Is Quitting.
So, Sabrina, what has been your experience using the Vaping Know the Truth curriculum, and how has it helped your students?
I am really, really appreciative of this free resource, this curriculum. What I've noticed is that it's causing our students to have the peer-to-peer conversations amongst themselves, as well as they're feeling more open to even come talk to me as a teacher. Some of the feedback is, I didn't know that e-cigarettes had more nicotine in it than regular cigarettes, or I'm never going to try vaping, or I need to find a way to try and quit. So I'm really, really appreciative of this curriculum because it's going to help our students and their parents and anybody else that needs information about e-cigarettes.
All right, kids, you know the truth is out there. So, Amy, where can we go for more information about vaping?
Absolutely. And we have resources for parents too. So if you want information about our curriculum called Vaping Know the Truth, or our quit program called This Is Quitting, go to truthinitiative.org.
So for anybody out there that's needing to kick the habit, there you go. Check it out. Thank you, too, for joining me this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And coming up next, we meet the pups at the Veterinary Expo in Orlando. Later, we'll find out how mushrooms can help your brain work a little better. All this and more right here on New Mexico Rising. From diagnostic imaging to detect tumors in aquatic animals to doubling the lifespan of dogs, you know, the last 40 years have brought some remarkable breakthroughs in veterinary medicine that have transformed the diagnosis, treatment, and quality of life of animals of all kinds, such as baby cats here. Hi, baby cats. And today, Gene O'Neill and Dana Varble of NAVC, along with their furry friends, will be available or is live from the 40th Annual Veterinary Meeting and Expo to share the most current advancements in veterinary medicine and some of the latest news coming in from out there. Hello, you two. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. All right, who's that puppy dog you got on set with you?
Oh,
two of them.
I have here my my grand puppy. His name is Rusty, and he's a 1-year-old golden doodle.
A little golden doodle. Okay. Based on the advances over the past 40 years, how long can we now expect a dog like this to live?
So Rusty here, his lifespan is expected to be over 12 years, but 40 years ago, it would have been much shorter than that. But due to the advancements in the medical field for animals, from early detection of cancer to non-invasive surgeries to specialized diets, it's really enabled Rusty here to live a longer, healthier, happy life.
So as dogs are living longer, what advancements have been made to extend and improve the quality of life for these dogs?
You know, 40 years ago, we were mostly using human medications and adapting them to cats and dogs. These days, we have medications that were developed specifically for dogs or for cats or for even horses. Add that to the advances Gene talked about, better surgery, better nutrition, and we're actually seeing dogs thrive into their senior years.
And what are some of the exciting innovations that are being presented this year over at the expo?
Yeah, we're seeing lots of new fun things. So the trend tends to be to go to less invasive or non-invasive techniques. So less invasive surgery, and we're even seeing something called heat diffusion imaging. And that allows us to assess the lumps and bumps that older dogs get and see if there's a risk of cancer and if we need to go further.
And can you share some of your favorite key sessions that are happening this year? Or are there any fun or unusual topics that might surprise the people at home?
Yeah, well, one of the things we're seeing is treating aging more like a disease, which means we can prevent it. And again, extend that quality of life. But we like to have fun, so we're learning about ultrasounds on whales and sharks, how to do breast cancer surgery on hedgehogs, and even how to do microsurgery on hamster.
Nice. So for all my pet sharks that I might need to be checked out.
Hopefully you're not having pet sharks.
Right.
If you do,
good.
give me a call. That might be interesting.
All right. So veterinary medicine, it's field for young people. Are they still jumping into it? What's going on there?
Yes, this field is exploding, and the interest from the younger folks is really high. We were proud enough to host 24 or so middle schoolers this week just to get them a feel for what it's like to be a veterinarian for a day. So they got to work on model dogs to perform emergency surgeries and draw blood and do some ultrasounds. And they really got a better idea of what the profession really is and what it can deliver for them. You know, with the explosion of pet ownership, they're around pets more now than they were before. So they get to see what it's like to take care of their own pet, and they really had a great time. So outreach programs like that really help.
All right, so where can our viewers go and Mr. Baby Cat's here go for more information?
Sure. If any of your viewers or listeners want to go to NAVC.com, they can find out what we do here at North American Veterinary Community, especially here at VMX.
All right, well, thank you, too, for joining me this morning. Have fun out there.
Great. Thanks for having us.
You know, people want to support the earth, and their shopping behaviors kind of prove that. Whether they're buying organic products made from recycled goods or shopping with reputable, sustainable brands, consumers increasingly want green or eco-friendly products, and about 80% of consumers say sustainability is essential to them. So today we have Chris Homewood, CEO of Channel Control Merchants, here to let us know how retailers could sustainably handle their returns, what it means to shop for a second chance item, and how it can have a positive impact on the environment, while also saving us Americans a ton of money. Chris, can you tell us more about Channel Control Merchants?
Channel Control Merchants is America's leading reverse logistics retailer. We work on three fundamental tenets: recovery, transparency, and sustainability. The first one is recovery. We provide retailers a recovery for their end-of-life excess and return inventory. The second is transparency. We do this by making sure that we're monitoring where the inventory goes as it goes through our closed loop system of processing, warehouses, and our retail stores. The last element is sustainability. Sustainability is not just optional anymore. Sustainability is part of the solution that retailers are driving in order to make sure that we're doing good on the planet and dealing with excess inventory and overstock. Our ability to provide retailers with sustainability information, because we know exactly where their inventory is really a differentiator for us. So we track the inventory, we report back to retailers where their inventory is gone, what their waste diversion metrics are, and we become part of their sustainability story. Returns is an $800 billion problem, and it's growing every single year through the different channels that shoppers have. We've got 100 store locations. We've got 13 stores up in Canada, in Calgary, and Toronto under the brand Treasure Hunt. We also have stores in the Southeast United States under the brands Treasure Hunt, Dirt Cheap, and Dirt Cheap Building Supplies. Currently, CCM works with 17 of the top 100 retailers to help solve this excess inventory and returns challenge, specifically related to sustainability and providing them with these metrics. Last year, CCM diverted over 80 million units of excess inventory into our stores. Our stores are offered, the goods in our stores go out at about 40 to 90% off. So if you'd like to know more, please check us out at ccmllc.com or ilovedirtcheap.com.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
If 2022 left you feeling down and you're not feeling as productive or present as you'd like to be in the new year, guess what? You're not alone. Gen Z and millennials rank mental health and stress as their top health concerns. That's even above weight loss. So the good news is that there are proactive ways that can improve your mental well-being. And our guest today says your morning routine may make a difference and joins us with some simple pantry swaps to help us clear brain fog and boost mental clarity in our everyday lives. This is something I gotta see to believe. Dr. Bindiya Gandhi, a double board certified integrative and functional medicine doctor, joins us with more. Dr. Gandhi, how are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm well.
Okay, I think I probably need this more than our viewers. Brain fog, it's a terrible, terrible thing that I have. Stress, terrible, terrible thing that I have. I know it's not unusual, but you can say it could also be linked to anxiety and other things and other red flags. What should we be aware of?
Oh, I'm so glad we're talking about this today because there are so many different signs. Maybe poor concentration, poor memory, decreased focus, not performing your best, being moody, a little bit irritable, maybe low energy. Those are all red flags that could be contributing to a little bit of stress and anxiety.
All right, paint my entire life red right now, okay? Like the background here. Not just red flags in my life. When it comes to a morning routine, we love our coffee and our protein shakes, but you say they could be affecting our bodies a little bit. How and what are we missing?
Oh, I'm so glad we're talking about this. Let's start off with coffee because 60% of us are actually coffee drinkers. But honestly, we wish we could make it a little bit healthier. This is why I love Four Sigmatic's organic Think coffee because it's infused with functional mushrooms like lion's mane and chaga, which help support mental focus, balance our mood and our energy. It's smooth, dark roast coffee, and it tastes like artisanal coffee, and it's an easy swap. We also need to expect more from our protein, one that has better ingredients and one that supports our wellness. This is why I love Four Sigmatic's organic plant-based protein because there's no fillers, no gums, no soy, and it's really, really great. It has 18 grams of protein, 1,500 milligrams of mushrooms and adaptogens that really help calm your mind and de-stress you. It tastes great because it's got real vanilla in it, as well as it's easy on the stomach.
And what are some other simple changes that will make a meaningful difference?
So a couple other things that we can start doing daily is making sure that we have healthy, supportive relationships and as well as some really good social connections. So important, especially after COVID. We definitely need to incorporate some more movement, a little bit more exercise throughout the day, and making sure that we're expressing gratitude for small, simple things in life, as well as maybe developing a mindfulness and meditation practice. These are all simple things, but these are things that we can start doing daily that really have a big impact on our overall health and well-being.
Okay. So where can our viewers go for a little more information on all this?
Well, you want to learn more at foursigmatic.com, and you want to find it at Amazon or your local Whole Foods near you.
Dr. Gandhi, thank you for joining me this morning, and we'll be enjoying our mushrooms.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you very much for joining us on New Mexico Rising. I had a lot of fun today, and I learned a lot, like mushrooms can help my brain get a little better, and some of the cool advancements in veterinary medicine. That's really cool. If you guys want to be part of the show, it's real simple. Just email me, newmexicorising@gmail.com. Just send us a quick email. Tell me about your business. If you have some event or some project that you're working on, by all means, just email me and I'll bring you right on the show. We are the What to Do's right before the news, right here on KRQE. Thank you guys very much for joining me this morning.